Hi, good morning all. It's me, Dr. Bindu Sharmila TK, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Maharajas College, Ernakulam. Today, we are going to study from Module 1 Carbohydrate, Structure of Glucose. Glucose exhibit two structures, that is both open chain and ring structure. And ring structure exists in two forms, alpha D glucose and beta D glucose. We can study the ring structure of glucose later. Today we are going to study the open chain structure of glucose. As we all know, glucose is by far the most abundant monosaccharide. Why is it said to be monosaccharide? Because it cannot be hydrolyzed further and it occurs free in fruits, plants, honey and also in the blood of animals and combined in many glycosides, disaccharides and polysaccharides. D plus glucose is manufactured by the hydrolysis of starch with dilute hydrochloric acid. And glucose is a white crystalline solid which is soluble in water, sparingly soluble in ethanol and insoluble in ether. And it has a melting point of 146 degree Celsius. And it is also known as dextrose. Why is it said to be dextrose in nature? Because it rotates the plane polarized light to right. And it also an origin for the D designation, capital D designation, because the last asymmetric carbon atom, the OH group of the last asymmetric carbon atom lies on the right of the Fischer projection formula. Glucose is initially synthesized by chlorophyll in plants using carbon dioxide from the air and sunlight as an energy source. Glucose is further converted into starch for storage. And then coming to the structural elucidation of glucose. We know the molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6. And glucose forms pentaacetate with acetic anhydride. That means it contains 5 hydroxyl group. Since glucose is a stable compound, we can say this 5 hydroxyl group is attached to 5 different carbon atoms. And glucose, out of this 5 hydroxyl group, one is primary and the 4 hydroxyl group is secondary. We can confirm this on later. Glucose reacts with hydroxylamine to form a monooxime and adds one molecule of HCN to form cyanohydrin. That means glucose contains a carbonyl group which can be an aldehyde or ketone. On mild oxidation with bromine water, glucose gives gluconic acid, which is a carboxylic acid containing 6 carbon atoms. This indicates that carbonyl group present in glucose is aldehyde group. But glucose or gluconic acid on oxidation with nitric acid gives saccharic acid, which is a dicarboxylic acid, indicating that one of the alcohol group, out of the 5 alcohol group, one alcohol group is primary in nature because it gets oxidized with dilute nitric acid to form dicarboxylic acid. Both CHO and the last CH2OH get converted into COOH group and the 4 hydroxyl groups remains as such. That is, the secondary hydroxyl groups undergoes oxidation only under drastic condition. So we can say out of the 5 hydroxyl group, one is primary and the 4 hydroxyl groups are secondary. And glucose is having a straight chain structure because when aqueous solution of glucose is treated with a sodium amalgam or sodium borohydrate, it is reduced to sorbitol or sorbitol, which means a hexahydric alcohol. And on prolonged heating with HI, hydroiodic acid and red phosphorus at 100 degrees Celsius, glucose gives a mixture of normal hexane and 2-iodohexane, which means that glucose is having 6 carbon atom and it is arranged in a straight chain. That is the structure of glucose. And here D-glucose some reactions showing glucose on reduction with the sodium amalgam we get sorbitol, and on oxidation with the bromine water we get gluconic acid. On further oxidation we get glucaric acid or saccharic acid, and also on reduction with HI we get normal hexane. And all these points are summarized here. And so we get a structure of glucose like this: CHO, CHOH, 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 CH2OH. Among by analyzing all these points we have discussed, we can write the structure of glucose as depicted as 1, the structure 1. So we can say there are 4 asymmetric carbon atom in structure 1. So how many isomers are possible? For asymmetric carbon atom, for a molecule containing 4 asymmetric carbon atom, that is 2 raised to 4, 16 possible isomers are 16 possible isomers exist for glucose. The configuration of D-glucose was proved by Emil and Fischer. Then, among the 16 possibilities which is solved by Emil and Fischer during the later part of the 19th century, for which they were awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1902. And although Fischer was aware that natural glucose could be the enantiomer of structure 2, his original guess at the absolute configuration proved to be correct, and the configuration at C5 is the same as the configuration of simplest sugar D plus glyceraldehyde. Therefore, natural glucose is specifically capital D glucose. So, for structural elucidation of glucose, we are starting with aldotrioses. Aldotrioses means it contains only 3 carbon atom. Glyceraldehyde is the only aldotriose and it is the simplest monosaccharide. It contains a chiral carbon atom. Therefore, it exists in 2 optically active forms, D plus glyceraldehyde and D minus glyceraldehyde. The carbon labeled with asterisk are chiral, and there are 2 raised to 4. As we have already told these points, 2 raised to 4, that is 16 possible configurational isomers are there. And so we have discussed about aldotrioses, and it exists in 2 optically active forms. And then aldotetroses. Aldotetroses are formed by the step-up synthesis. It is known as Kiliani-Fischer synthesis. That is, one asymmetric carbon atom is inserted between an aldehydic and the first asymmetric carbon atom. So, D-glyceraldehyde gives 2 isomers, that is D-erythrose and D-threose. CHO, CHOH, CHOH and CH2OH. We don't know which is which. In order to understand which is which, this aldotetroses is subjected to oxidation. On oxidation, it gives a dicarboxylic acid. Both the CHO and CH2OH get oxidized to COOH groups. So, out of the dicarboxylic acid obtained from these 2, one is optically inactive and the other is optically active. The optically inactive dicarboxylic acid is mesotartaric acid, which is obtained from D-erythrose. That means D-erythrose is having a plane of symmetry. So, the left structure represents D-erythrose and the right structure represents D-threose, because D-threose gives an optically active dicarboxylic acid on oxidation with nitric acid. So, we can say 4 isomers are possible for aldotetroses, that is D-erythrose, L-erythrose, D-threose and L-threose. Then next, then from aldotetroses, upon Kiliani-Fischer synthesis, that is stepping up synthesis, we are making aldopentoses, that is insert one more asymmetric carbon atom between the CHO and the first asymmetric carbon atom. So, Aldopentoses is having the formula CHO, CHOH, 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 CH2OH. It contains 3 chiral carbon atom. So there are 8 stereoisomers are possible. 2 raised to 3, 2 into 2 into 2. So 8 stereoisomers are possible. So configuration of the 2 carbon atom at the lower end of the starting material remain unchanged, but two diastereomeric aldopentoses are formed in the synthesis because a new chiral center is created. So from aldotetroses, aldopentoses are formed, which are D-ribose, L-ribose, D-arabinose, L-arabinose, D-xylose, L-xylose, D-lyxose, L-lyxose. And from D-arabinose, on step up, we do not know which is which structure belongs to D-ribose, D-arabinose, or D-lyxose or D-xylose. We are only concerned with the capital D configuration because we know our glucose belongs to capital D. So we are only concerned with the structure belongs to capital D configuration. So then from D-erythrose, two isomers are formed, D-ribose and D-arabinose. Look at the structures. CHO, CHOH, and in D-arabinose it is CHO, COHH. The rest part is the same. In the example cited in aldotetroses, we can also find out the configuration of aldopentoses by oxidation. D-ribose on oxidation we get a dicarboxylic acid which is optically inactive, that is which contains a plane of symmetry. So the left part is D-ribose, and on oxidation with the nitric acid we get a dicarboxylic acid which is optically active in the case of D-arabinose. So we can say the structure, the right structure belongs to D-arabinose. And from D-threose also we are getting two aldopentoses, D-xylose and D-lyxose, but we do not know which is which. D-xylose on oxidation with nitric acid we get a dicarboxylic acid which is optically inactive because it contains a plane of symmetry. When we place a mirror at the center carbon atom, the one half is just the mirror image of the other half. So we can say D-xylose gives optically inactive dicarboxylic acid on oxidation with the nitric acid, and D-lyxose gives optically active dicarboxylic acid. So next we are going to aldohexoses. Aldohexoses, we know the structure, we know its configuration, structural formula CHO, CHOH, 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 CH2OH. We do not know its configuration, we know only the structural formula. From the structural formula, we know it contains 4 chiral carbon atoms. So we can say it contains 16 possible stereoisomers. The same process, that is Kiliani-Fischer synthesis. D-ribose gives 2 isomers, that is D-allose and D-altrose, and D-arabinose gives D-glucose and D-mannose. By looking into the picture, you can see that D-ribose on step-up synthesis insert one more asymmetric carbon atom between an aldehyde group and the first asymmetric carbon atom. So CHO, CHOH. The rest part is the same as that of the D-ribose. And in the case of D-altrose, the first 2 carbon atom are CHO, COHH, and the rest part is same as that of the D-ribose. And D-arabinose on step-up synthesis, the same procedure, we get D-glucose and D-mannose. And from D-xylose, the same procedure follows, D-glucose and D-idose. And from D-lyxose, we get D-galactose and D-talose. All these are depicted here. So we can give the names of all these structures as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We do not know which structure belongs to allose, ultrose, glucose, mannose, glucose, idose, or galactose, talose. So we have to find out it's the correct the structure which it belongs. So on oxidation with nitric acid, allose and ultrose, allose gives optically inactive dicarboxylic acid and ultrose gives optically active dicarboxylic acid. So we can find out which is allose and which is ultrose. The same rule is applicable to galactose and talose. That is, galactose on oxidation with nitric acid gives optically inactive dicarboxylic acid, and D-talose gives optically active dicarboxylic acid. So we can give the we can name the structure left hand side as side structure as D-galactose and the right hand structure as D-talose. Then from the other four stereoisomers, that is glucose, mannose, glucose, idose, all the four stereoisomers gives optically active dicarboxylic acid. So from that method, that is the oxidation with the nitric acid, one of the isomer gives optically active, the other isomer gives optically inactive. We cannot use that rule for these four isomers. And from glucose and from D plus glucose and from L-glucose, we get the same dicarboxylic acid on oxidation. Out of the four isomers, which are the four isomers we have to give configuration, that is glucose, mannose, glucose and idose. Out of these four aldohexoses, only two aldohexoses gives optically. So among the four isomers, only two isomers gives enantiomeric dicarboxylic acid. So we can say D-glucose and L-glucose gives identical dicarboxylic acid. So we can say D-glucose and D-glucose gives enantiomeric dicarboxylic acid. So we can identify D-glucose, the structure of D-glucose and the structure of D-glucose. The other will be D-mannose and D-talose. So this is the picture representing the scheme representing the assignment of the configuration of glucose, starting from aldotrioses, then aldotetrosis, then aldopentoses, then aldohexoses. So a mnemonic that serves to relate carbohydrate configuration to name was popularized by the husband-wife team of Louis M. Fieser and Mary Fieser, Harvard University, in their textbook Organic Chemistry 1956. All altroids gladly make gum in gallon tanks. That means all allose, altroist, ultrose, gladly glucose, make mannose, gum glucose, in idose, gallon galactose and tanks talose. So we can assign the configuration of the four asymmetric carbon atom as structure 2. Starting from structure 1, we have elucidated the structure of glucose as CHO, CHOH, COHH, CHOH, CHOH, CH2OH. This is the open chain structure of glucose. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Bye.